Good morning, boys and girls. Today we're going to talk a little bit more about alliteration. And if you remember, alliteration is when a line of poetry uses the same beginning sound or letter over and over again. So I have an example of one sentence that says, Rosie ran around the red raincoat. So Rosie, ran, red, and raincoat all have the same beginning sound, which is the R sound. And now we're going to look at a poem that has alliteration in it, and it uses the same beginning sound over and over. So listen for what beginning sound we are using over and over again. Betty Botter bought some butter, but, she said, the butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter. But a bit of better butter, that would make my batter better. So she bought a bit of butter, better than her bitter butter, and she put it in her batter, and the batter was not bitter. So it was better that Betty Botter bought a bit of better butter. It's kind of a tongue twister. It's like she sells seashells by the seashore. That's another example of alliteration. But what beginning sound do we see all throughout this poem? B. We see the letter B and we hear the B sound. So Betty, Botter, bought, butter, batter, bitter. Over and over again, you see that same beginning sound. So that is a really good example of alliteration. If you all see in your packet this week, there is a worksheet. And the worksheet looks like this. I'll make myself bigger. And you are going to make an example of alliteration using a noun. And a noun is a person, place, or thing. So for the first one, it says purple. And it has to be something that starts with a P. So when I think purple, it makes me think of the book Lily's Purple Plastic Purse. So purple, and then I can put purse. For the next one, it says soft. So I need to think of a noun that starts with an S. So soft, what's something that starts with an S? Silk. Soft, silk. You could also say snake if you think snakes are soft. And then you just keep going and you put something that starts with the same letter. So where it says part 2, it says write an alliterative phrase for each letter below. That means you're going to write 2 words together that has that same beginning sound. So for B, you could say bouncy ball. Bouncy ball. And you're just going to write it on that line. For part 3, it says write a sentence using the phrases you made in part 2. So I'm going to take that sentence I wrote, or that phrase I wrote, and make it into a sentence. So bouncy ball, I'm going to think of a name that starts with B. So Brad. So Brad bounced the bouncy ball on the basketball court. All right, and I ran out of room a little bit and had to write down below, and that's okay. But I wrote Brad bounced the bouncy ball on the basketball court. So that, do you hear the B sound over and over again? And you're going to do the same thing with the L, the K, the N, and the Q. All right. One more thing I want to show you. On the website, I am going to be putting a link to a game for you to play. And this is the game that you'll be able to play. It's called Alphabets, and it's for alliteration. So it's a game all about alliteration. So you'll press the play button if you want to play. And you don't have to. This is just something fun you can do for practice. And so after the game,
alliteration.
After the game comes up, you can press the play button.
Read the word on the bat's belly. Then find the bat on the bottom branch that has the same beginning sound. Drag that bat to meet his friend.
Then you're going to click this button.
Alliteration happens when 2 or more words start with the same sound. not just the same letter. For example, the big bad bear, a cozy kangaroo.
All right, so let's see what the bat says.
Shell.
Shell, so we're looking for the same beginning sound as shell. So we have shark, chat, and pansy. So I think shell and shark have that same SH sound at the beginning.
Shark.
That sh sound. So I would drag that bat up to meet his friend. Let's do one more.
Angry.
Angry. Child, ant, niece. Angry, ant.
Ant.
All right. So if you all want to play that, I'll put a spot for you to click on it
Chalk.
on the website. All right. Thank you, boys and girls. I'm glad that you watched this video, and I'll see you during small groups.
Alliteration.